Abraham, Sarah, and their son Isaac became very wealthy through the blessings of God as they continued to live in the land of Canaan and do all that God had commanded them to do. Sadly, at the age of 127, Sarah passed away. Abraham buried Sarah in a cave on the land that he purchased from a man that lived in Canaan. Now Isaac had grown into a man and had never married. So his father Abraham called the chief servant in his household and said, "Please, promise me that you will go to the country I came from and find a wife for my son Isaac." Abraham insisted that Isaac marry a woman from the country he was born in, so that the word God spoke to Abraham many years before would be fulfilled. "To your offspring I will give this land." Then the chief servant took 10 of Abraham's camels and many valuable gifts with him and set out for the land of Mesopotamia, where Abraham's relatives lived. When the chief servant arrived in the region where Abraham's family lived, he stopped by a well to water his animals. He quickly began to pray for a way to recognize the girl that God had chosen for Isaac. He asked God, "O Lord, please give me success today and show kindness to my master Abraham. When a girl comes to the well to fill her pitcher of water, and I ask for a drink, and she says, 'Drink, and I will water your camels,' let her be the one you have chosen for Abraham's son Isaac. By this I will know she is the one." Soon after, a beautiful young woman came to the well to fill her pitcher with fresh water. The chief servant hurried to meet her and asked, "Please, would you give me a little water from your jar?" She replied, "Drink from this jar, and I will water your camels as well." While she was busy watering the camels, the chief servant watched closely to see if she was the girl that God had chosen for Isaac. He then asked her, "What is your name, and whose daughter are you?" She replied, "My name is Rebekah, and I am the daughter of Bethuel, who is the son of Nahor." Then the chief servant bowed down and worshipped the Lord God of Abraham, saying, "I praise you, God, that you led me straight to Abraham's relatives. Now I pray that this beautiful woman of God will agree to return with me to become the wife of Isaac." Rebekah ran home and told her mother what had happened at the well. Her brother Laban went to the well and invited the chief servant to their home to give him and his animals rest and food. The chief servant shared the story with Rebekah's family and asked if she would return with him and marry Isaac. The family agreed that God had directed this plan, and it was up to Rebekah to make the decision. She decided to leave her family and become the wife of Isaac in the land of Canaan. The servant then brought out gold, jewelry, and costly gifts from Abraham and gave them to the family of Rebekah. Early the next morning, after receiving blessings from her family, Rebekah, her nurse, and the chief servant set out for the long journey home. After traveling a long time, Rebekah looked up and saw a man standing in the field coming to meet them. She got down from her camel and asked, "Who is that?" The chief servant replied, "It is Isaac, the man you are to marry." Isaac and Rebekah were soon married, and he loved her very much.